very interesting, Jack. That's very interesting. Oh, hello. There you are, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and happy Halloween! Yes, me and Jack here. We're just having a little chat, weren't we? Yeah, what was that? Oh, did you hear that, boys and girls? No. Oh, I forget, Jack. Oh, these mortals. They're far too busy not socialising in public houses, going to work and shopping on the interweb. Yes, they're far too busy to actually stop and listen to the plants and the animals of this world. Yes, well, you see now, Jack's got a very interesting story to tell you. And because you mortals are far too busy to listen, Bodkin Bodikins, the last of the fairy princesses, will tell you instead. Have you sent it to the Bookie Wookie? You have, Jack. Oh, well done. Yeah. Wow. Oh, look, it's the human spider. Hello, Spidora. She'll be coming back soon, don't worry. She'll be coming back with the mystery rooms sometime in November. Anyway, let us have a look at this story. Here it is. Right. Are you sitting comfortably? Are you? Well, I'll begin. Right. Okay. Long time ago, in the dark time of man, they lived an evil, cantankerous, drunken old skinflint called Jack. He was known in the village as Stingy Jack. He didn't pay for anything, no. And he enjoyed playing tricks on people, but not nice magic tricks. No. He played nasty tricks to cause pain and generally make money. And deprive them of any of their possessions, tricking cripples out of their beds and old women out of their homes, and even tricking beggars out of their begging bowls was not unusual for Stingy Jack. That's how stingy Jack was. Jack was, in all honesty, actually the most bibulous, sinful and miserly of men. It was Halloween, and Jack was in his customary state of drunkenness. Now, as you know, on Halloween, the devil rides out. Yes, a diabolical jaunt into the living realm to find sinful souls to drag back to hell with her. Yes. Well, as she approached the village, she heard tales of Stingy Jack carried on the wind. Such a dark and sinful soul he sounded. The devil was intrigued. Yes, she was. What a vile addition to hell this mortal soul would be. At midnight, she found Jack dead drunk in a heap in the middle of the road. When Jack saw the devil, he knew it was the end.
Get up, you drunk, you vile, stinking sinner. You're coming with me. The hell dogs are champing for a taste of your flesh.
Now, a normal mortal would be quaking with fear, but not our Jack. Jack was either too drunk, too stupid, or too clever. I'm not quite sure which.
Well, that's not really fair at all, is it? I mean, taking a man to hell for being drunk. If that was the case, half the men I know should be going to hell, and the women too.
You are coming coming with me not just because you are drunk, but because you have lived a fouler, crueler, stingier life than any man before you. An eternity in hell awaits you.
The devil then lifted a pitchfork and was about to use it to rip open the portal of hell when Jack said,
Wait, a bad man I may have been, that I do not dispute. But before you claim my soul, might I quench my thirst one last time before I face the infernal fires for all eternity?
Now, normally the devil would have refused, but since he was in a good mood and it was Halloween after all, the devil agreed. What harm could a few drinks do? They went to the pub, and Jack and the devil drank over 100 bottles of ale. Once the bar had run dry and the sun was making her watery appearance on the horizon, the devil grabbed the pitchfork again.
Come, Jack. It's time to go.
Not so fast. Someone has to settle this bill.
Oh dear, I seem to find myself without coin. I must have left my purse in my other jacket. I have an idea. Why don't you turn yourself into a coin and we can pay the bill with that?
Turn myself into a coin? How can you even suggest that? It's ridiculous.
Well, maybe God is more powerful than the devil then. I bet he could turn himself into a coin in a triss.
Excuse me. I am just as powerful as God, if not more so. Do you not see more of my work on this earth than his? Turning into a coin will be a piece of cake.
Well, prove it.
And at that, the devil, blinded by his own vanity and rage, transformed into a glistening gold coin. But Jack did not use the coin to pay the bill. Instead, he popped the coin into his pocket and ran out of the pub like the true skinflint he was. Right, now you're probably thinking, why didn't the devil just turn himself back into his true form? Well, as everyone knows, the devil is allergic to silver. You didn't know that? Oh, well you do now, and Jack certainly did. You see, he had put a silver cross inside his pocket. And that prevented the devil from changing back. Changing? Get it? He's a coin! Oh, well, see yourself. For weeks, Jack kept the devil in his pocket, reluctant to give up the gold coin. Not because he was terrified of it turning back into the devil, but because he didn't want to give up a gold coin. But after weeks of the devil whining and moaning and complaining from his pocket, he finally relented and agreed to release him on one condition.
Right, devil, I'll let you go, but you must promise me one thing.
And what's that?
You must let me go.
All right, fine. This night I will let you go.
Jack pulled the coin out of his pocket and the devil reappeared.
You may have tricked me this time, but in 10 Halloweens' time, I will come back and I will have your soul.
10 Halloweens later, an unrepented Jack was stumbling drunkenly through the Irish countryside when he came across the devil again. This time, the devil was determined to get him.
Jack, we meet again.
Look, I know I need to go with you. That I do not dispute. But before you claim my black immortal soul, may I have an apple from yonder apple tree to feed my starving belly before I face the fires for all eternity?
Well, the devil could see no harm in Jack having one apple. The apple was free. But Jack had with him a bag full of silver crosses in anticipation of this night, and he placed the crosses all around the base of the tree, trapping the devil. The devil was livid. Tricked and trapped again. Jack brokered another deal.
I will let you go if you promise never to take my soul.
Fine. Fine.
The devil promised, and Jack, crowing triumphantly, picked up the crosses and released the devil. A few years passed, and Jack finally died. Old age was his final fate, and he could not trick his way out of that. As his black and festering soul made his way up to the pearly gates of heaven, he found them unsurprisingly barred. So he journeyed his way wearily to the gates of hell to receive his rightful place in eternity there. But those gates were also barred to him. The devil had after all promised that he wouldn't take his soul, and true to the devil's word, Jack was forbidden entry.
But if I cannot go to heaven, and I cannot enter hell, where am I to spend eternity?
Purgatory is all that is left to you.
But I can't see this realm of the dead. In this purgatory, it's too dark. I don't know where I'm going.
This burning coal shall pierce the darkness and give you light enough to see by.
The devil tossed a burning coal, and Jack caught it. The ember was far too hot to hold, so he picked up a turnip that was lying on the ground, carved it out, and placed the ember inside. From that day until Judgment Day, Jack's soul is doomed to wander without rest for his feet, or shelter for his head, food for his belly, or ale for his thirst, with only a lantern to light his way through the darkness of purgatory. Now Jack had been a bad, bad man. That you must concede. But his neighbours were good and kind and felt pity for old Jack. So they began to carve lanterns out of turnips and pumpkins. Yes, to help him light his way. Just once a year, mind, on Halloween, when the veil between the mortal world and the underworld is as thin as frozen breath. Well, I hope you naughty nymphs have learned something, eh? Be careful what you ask for, and never, ever try and trick the devil. Oh, I know, Jack. Yes. No. Oh, I know, they're ever so ugly, aren't they, those mortals? No. Do you know they don't? Not a bit of magic, could you imagine? Not a bit of magic, no. Oh, do you? Oh. Oh, I know. Oh, I know. Oh, really? Oh, Jack. Oh, really? Oh, that's terrible. Did you really? What, a real mortal? Oh.